Oops. Well, that was an accident. Hello. Sorry we're a few minutes late going into this. It's another evening devotional. I didn't do it last Sunday, but I did ask anybody who saw the post to read Isaiah 23. And this is basically about the prophecy of, the city of Tyre. They work with maritime, and they were very wealthy. They made good money and stuff like that, but they were prideful. They were arrogant, and they really pretty much forgot who was with them to get them where they got. So they had to be humbled. They had to be destructed. God had to allow certain things to happen to them to be like, okay, listen, I'm the one who even got you into this place, and you're going to sit here and act like I wasn't by your side. So that's basically what we're going to learn. We're going to go through this very, very quickly. I'm starting now since I'm already a few minutes late, but this live video will be posted in full on this page and on my Instagram under the title of Miss, that's MISS understood, coming from the message version as always. And it's very short. It has about 18 verses. So starting from the beginning, verses 1 through 4. Wail, ships of Tarshish, your strong seaports are all in ruins. When the ships returned from Cyprus, they saw the destruction. Hold your tongue, who you live on the seacoast. Merchants of Sidon, your people sail the deep seas, buying and selling, making money on wheat from Shihor, grown along the Nile. Multinational broker in grains. Hang your head in shame, Sidon. The sea speaks up. The powerhouse of the ocean says, I've never had labor pains, never had a baby, never reared children to adulthood, never gave life, never worked with life. It was all numbers, dead numbers, profit and loss. Father, thank you for waking me up this morning and for choosing me and trusting me to speak your word. I pray that the word that's brought forth on today pricks someone's heart, Lord God, that they learn and take away from something from this lesson. Just a reminder for us to be humble, Lord God, to remember to be a blessing to other people, and to not become so big-headed that we forget that you are the reason as to where we are. In Jesus' name, let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in your sight, Lord God. Help me to speak your truth, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. So now this is the prophecy. Verse 5, when Egypt gives to the report on Tyre, what wailing, what wringing of hands. So now this is the prophecy of the destruction of Tyre. This is like the forewarning. This is the warning of what's to come. Verses 6 through 12. Visit Tarshish, you who live on the seacoast. Take a good long look and wail. Yes, cry buckets of tears. Is this the city you remember as energetic and alive? Bustling with activity, this historic old city? Expanding throughout the globe, buying and selling all over the world. And who was behind the collapse of Tyre? The Tyre that controlled the world markets? Tyre's merchants were the business tycoons. Tyre's traders called all the shots. God of the angel armies ordered the crash to show the sordid buckets of pride. That keyword right there was pride. God has given me a prophecy a few days ago. He was reeling it in, saying, we are Tyre. This nation, we are Tyre, because everybody knows here in America it's all about a buck. You're nothing without money. The problem with America is they're prideful and they're very, very arrogant. And they forget that God is the reason as to why you have what you have. They let pride get in the way. And then now all this stuff is happening. They're looking to God to figure out why. We are in Tyre. We are Tyre. We are the arrogant ones. We are the one who bites the hands who feed us. We are the ones that ask people to help us. But when it comes to to helping them, we don't have it. We are Tyre as a nation, as a people. Some of us individually is the nation of Tyre. Because we remember when we were so low, when we had nothing. But when God brings you up, you seem to forget. Don't get prideful, because what you have today, you can lose tomorrow. And the puncture, the inflated reputations. Sail for home, O ships of Tarshish. There's no docks left in this harbor. God reached out to the sea and sea traders, threw the sea kingdoms into turmoil. God ordered the destruction of the seacoast cities, the centers of commerce. God said there's nothing left here to be proud of. bankrupt, and bereft Sidon. Do you want to make a new start in Cyprus? Don't count on it. Nothing there will work out for you either. So now he's shutting all doors. He's shutting doors. When you get to the point where you think you're above because of material things, God will show you who you really are, because you're not above him. He'll shut every door for help, every door, every resource that you used, you won't have access to. God will put you in a position where you have no choice but to depend on him. And he does that on purpose, since you cannot seem to remember that it was not you that brought you here. Verse 13 reads, look at what happened to Babylon. There's nothing left of it. Assyria turned it into a desert, into a refuge for wild dogs and stray cats. They brought in their big siege engines, tore down the buildings, and left nothing behind but rubble. Wail, ships of Tarshish, your strong seaports are all in ruins. Now he's talking about the destruction. This is more of just a story to tell, but there are a lot of lessons to take from this. Please, if anything else, get at least one thing from this story. Verses 15 through 16. For the next 70 years, I'm about to speak on that. A king's lifetime, Tyre will be forgotten. At the end of the 70 years, though, Tyre will stage a comeback. But it will be the comeback of a worn-out whore, as in the song. Take a harp, circle the city, unremembered whore. Sing your old songs, your many old songs. Maybe someone will remember. So let's get a clearer picture as to what's going on here. First, you have a warning. There's always a warning before destruction. There's the prophecy of what's to happen. In the middle parts of what we just read, they're being humbled. They're being humbled. This is why I'm speaking on pride, because they thought they had it up here, but really they was down here. And God had to humble them, which is why they're being destructed. When you're not humble, you start to worship certain things, and that was the problem. They were worshiping the monetization. They was worshiping the money and the gold and the riches that they were getting from maritime, for whatever, for the ships in the sea, for what their commerce. They were starting to worship the commerce and the materials that they were getting, instead of worshiping the God who made it possible for them to have that commerce. So we had to humble them, and he has to do that with us. That God wants you to be successful. Don't you know that? He wants you to be successful. But never did he say worship the money, for the love of money is the root of all evil. Money isn't the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. And I'm glad that he gave me this to read, because I really had a very hard time understanding the book of Isaiah. But I find it crazy. It's crazy. He makes me purposely teach from the book so I can get a better and clear understanding as to what's going on. And in this simple chapter, he's talking about a city who has seemed to have forgotten who they were serving. Who seemed to have forgotten that money is not the key to everything, but more so of the God who provides those funds. So he had to humble him. But now he's talking about their comeback. They're going to come back up. Everybody has up and down seasons. They're going to come back up. But when you come back up from God having to put you down, come back up a new creature. Learn from the lesson. Don't make the same mistakes. Come back as somebody who was better than before. Like, you know what? I'm glad I got all my finances and riches back. But now I remember it was God who did it all along. And even be a blessing to other people. Sometimes we get humbled because we think we're supposed to hoard all of this stuff to ourselves, and that's not how that works. So the very end, I told you it was short, 17 through 18. At the end of the 70 years, God will look in on Tyre. She'll go back to her old whoring trade, selling herself to the highest bidder, doing anything with anyone, promiscuous with all the kingdoms of earth for a fee. But everything she gets, all the money she takes in, will be turned over to God. It will not be put in banks. Her profits will be put to the use of God-aware, God-serving people, providing plenty of food and the best of clothing. We are almost at the end of our 70 years. At the end of the 70 years, our 70 years, Judgment Day is going to appear. You have to realize that Revelations ties in the Old Testament and the New Testament. We're in the end, or we're towards the end of the Old Testament. The New Testament is going to be when Jesus returns. You have to understand that everything is happening full circle. We're towards the end of the Old Testament, where you see the prophets prophesying, the old men seeing dreaming, and the young men seeing visions and things like that. You have to realize what was prophesied in Revelations is tied back into the Old Testament. If you don't understand, you got to read your word. But everything is going to come around full circle. Jesus is returning. That's the New Testament. Except there will be heaven on earth, and that's where Revelations comes into place. You guys have to pay attention to the warning signs that's going on. This is not happening. This is not a coincidence. God allows certain things to happen to get your attention. And unfortunately, there are casualties. But instead of saying, why me, stop trying to understand everything and look at God, because some things aren't your business. They're God's business. But what I want you to get from this story is that at the end of our 70 years, we are going to return to the one who was above it all. So don't get so comfortable for what you have now that you forget who is above it all. Don't get so comfortable making money that you don't worship the person who even created the person to make the money. It all starts with him. He is the beginning and the end. There's no way around that. There's nothing that you can say or do to dispute that. The truth is the truth. The problem with Tyre is they became prideful. Pride is your biggest downfall, because you think that everybody is below you. Everyone is beneath you. You think that you have it all. You have it all together. I'm better than this person. And I don't need this and I don't need that because I got this. But it can be taken away from you. We are Tyre. But our comeback is going to be far greater than what the actual city of Tyre faced in the biblical days. Our comeback is going to be the coming of the Son of Jesus and his return. And when he comes back, he's here to stay. So for those of you who will watch this video afterwards, I pray that you got something from this, Lord God. Just to let you know, I have finally reached 1,000 followers on TikTok. And if not next Sunday, probably the Sunday afterwards, either one of those 2 Sundays, I will be doing my evening devotionals on TikTok Live. The point of the devotionals was kind of to target a younger audience. I really want the young ones. It's for the older people too, don't get me wrong. But the main is for the younger audience. To let the younger people know there's nothing wrong with reading the stories of the Bible. The point of the Bible being written is to let you know that you're not alone in the struggles that you're going through. There's a scripture that teaches you every single thing that you need to know. But you're never going to know that if you don't take the time to read it. So take the time to read it. I thank you for those who tuned in, and even for those who didn't tune in, and for those who will watch this video afterwards, and God bless you.